There's a reason some Toyotas quietly pass 400,000 miles, while others feel tired long before that, and it has almost nothing to do with luck. It comes down to a small group of model years that Toyota built during periods of extreme mechanical restraint. These were years when engineering priorities leaned toward durability, simplicity, and margin instead of technology, speed, or features. They don't stand out on dealer lots. They don't get hyped online, but they keep showing up with mileages that most owners never expect to see. One of the most consistent examples comes from mid-2000s Toyota Camrys, especially the 2003 to 2006 four-cylinder models. I've seen these cars roll in with 300,000 miles for routine brake work, still running their original engines and transmissions. The owners are almost always the same type of person. Long commutes, conservative driving, basic oil changes at factory intervals, no flushes, no chasing fixes that weren't needed, nothing heroic, just steady ownership. These engines were overbuilt, understressed, and forgiving, and they reward owners who leave them alone. Another group that quietly refuses to die are late 2000s Toyota Corollas, especially the 2005 to 2008 years. These cars don't feel impressive. They don't feel fast. They don't even feel particularly modern anymore. But that's exactly why they last. I've watched owners hand these cars down to family members at 200,000 miles, only to see them come back again at 350,000 with nothing more than suspension wear and routine maintenance. No engine work, no transmission rebuilds, just boring, predictable ownership that never demanded attention. Then there are early 2010s Toyota RAV4s with the naturally aspirated four-cylinder engines, particularly the 2010 to 2012 years. These vehicles are still daily drivers well past 300,000 miles, especially for owners who avoided aggressive service schedules. I've spoken with retirees who bought them new, drove them gently, and never once approved a transmission flush or unnecessary fuel service. The RAV4 didn't reward them with excitement, it rewarded them with consistency. No surprises, no sudden expenses, just steady use year after year. What ties these model years together isn't magic or secret maintenance tricks. It's restraint. Toyota didn't chase innovation during these periods. They reused proven engine designs. They kept electronics minimal. They avoided pushing tolerances to the edge, and that conservative approach created vehicles that age slowly instead of dramatically. One owner's story stands out clearly. A 2004 Camry owner came in for suspension work at 380,000 miles. Original transmission, no rebuilds, no major repairs. When asked what he did differently, his answer was simple. I never touched anything unless it was broken. That's not neglect, that's discipline. And Toyota rewarded it. Before going any further, if you've owned a Toyota long enough to see it pass 200,000 miles and you plan to keep it going, tap the like button. Subscribe if you believe long-term ownership should feel calmer with time, not more stressful. And if your Toyota has surprised you by how long it's lasted, leave a comment with the model year and mileage. I see every comment, and those real stories help other owners understand what's actually possible. Another overlooked set of vehicles are early Toyota Avalons, especially the 2005 to 2010 years. These cars were often bought by older owners who drove them gently and serviced them conservatively. As a result, they quietly accumulated miles without drama. I've seen Avalons come in at 400,000 miles still running smoothly, with owners shocked that nothing catastrophic ever happened. The truth is, Toyota built these cars for comfort and longevity, not excitement, and that choice paid off decades later. What you rarely hear about online are the Toyotas that didn't get constant attention, the ones that weren't modified, the ones that didn't receive every new service recommendation, the ones that weren't optimized. Those are the cars that reach extreme mileage. Not because they were treated aggressively, but because they were allowed to age naturally. These model years also share something else important. They respond well to factory maintenance schedules. Toyota didn't design them to be serviced constantly. They were designed to settle into a rhythm. Oil stays where it should, seals condition properly, internal wear stabilizes. When owners interrupt that rhythm too often, problems show up earlier. When they don't, the engine just keeps doing what it was built to do. There's a pattern that becomes obvious once you've seen enough of these cars. The Toyotas that reach 400,000 miles don't feel special on day one. They feel normal, unremarkable, predictable. That predictability is exactly what allows them to last. These vehicles weren't built to impress buyers for the first 3 years. They were built to survive the next 20. And when you look at which Toyotas quietly cross 400,000 miles without major repairs, it's almost always the ones from these conservative years. As ownership continues, another layer becomes clear. It's not just the model year that matters, it's how those years encouraged a certain kind of ownership. Calm, patient, unreactive. And that mindset is just as responsible for extreme longevity as the engineering itself. Because when a Toyota is built to last, and the owner allows it to do exactly that, the mileage stops being impressive and starts being expected. Once you start looking past marketing and into real ownership patterns, another truth becomes obvious. The Toyota model years that quietly reach 400,000 miles aren't just mechanically durable. They attract a specific kind of owner behavior, and that combination is what makes the mileage numbers look unreal. Take the early to mid-2000s Toyota Tacoma with the naturally aspirated 4-cylinder and V6 engines, especially the 2001 to 2004 years. These trucks are still working daily in construction, landscaping, and rural driving with mileages most people wouldn't believe if they didn't see the odometer themselves. I've watched Tacomas come in with 400,000 miles still on original drivetrains. Not because they were babied, but because they were simple. No complicated electronics, no aggressive tuning, no fragile components that demanded constant attention. Owners changed oil, replaced worn parts when they actually failed, and kept driving. Another standout group is the 2007 to 2011 Toyota Camry with the naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engines. These cars are everywhere once you start paying attention. They don't show up on forums bragging about numbers. They just keep showing up for routine maintenance with mileages creeping higher every year. I've spoken to rideshare drivers who bought these Camrys used at 150,000 miles, drove them hard for years, and still crossed 400,000 without a rebuild. The common thread is boring maintenance and no unnecessary services. No flushes, no additives, no panic repairs. There's also the early Toyota Highlander, particularly the 2004 to 2007 models. These SUVs were often bought by families and later passed down to older owners who drove them gently. By the time they hit 300,000 miles, they were already proven, and instead of being replaced, they just stayed in service. I've seen Highlanders with 400,000 miles still running original engines, because the owners never chased problems that didn't exist. They fixed leaks when they actually leaked. They replaced suspension when it wore out. They ignored service menus that didn't match real symptoms. One owner story that stands out involved a 2006 Highlander with over 420,000 miles. The owner told me the vehicle never once went to a dealership after the warranty period. Oil changes were done on time. Coolant was changed once when the radiator was replaced after a minor accident. The transmission was never flushed. When asked why it lasted so long, the answer was simple. I didn't let anyone experiment on it. That sentence explains more than any maintenance guide ever could. Before continuing, if you've ever owned a Toyota that outlived your expectations, hit the like button. Subscribe if you believe real reliability shows up years later, not on a window sticker. And if your Toyota is already past 200,000 miles and still feels solid, drop a comment with the year and mileage. I read every one, and those real-world examples matter more than opinions. Another model that quietly stacks mileage is the 2003 to 2008 Toyota Corolla. These cars are rarely celebrated, yet they're among the most common vehicles to pass 400,000 miles with minimal intervention. I've seen Corollas used as delivery cars, commuter cars, and family hand-me-downs all reach numbers that sound exaggerated. What they share is mechanical simplicity and forgiving tolerances. The engines aren't stressed, the transmissions aren't complicated, and when something does wear out, it's usually inexpensive and straightforward to fix. There's also an important pattern in how these owners think. They don't view maintenance as a constant checklist. They view it as response-based. Something changes, so they investigate. Nothing changes, so they keep driving. That mindset prevents unnecessary disturbance inside the engine and drivetrain, which matters far more than most people realize. Toyota engineers built these vehicles with long stabilization periods in mind. Oil chemistry settles. Seals condition slowly. Internal wear finds equilibrium. When owners interrupt that process repeatedly with unnecessary services, problems show up earlier. When they don't, the vehicle just keeps going. Another underappreciated example is the 2009 to 2011 Toyota RAV4 with the 4-cylinder engine. These vehicles often sit in a strange middle ground where they aren't old enough to be celebrated and not new enough to be marketed. But in real ownership, they're still daily drivers well past 300,000 miles. I've met owners who planned to replace them years ago and never did because the cars simply refused to give them a reason. What all these model years have in common is margin. Toyota didn't design them at the edge of efficiency or performance. They left room. That margin is what absorbs time, wear, and imperfect maintenance without catastrophic failure. The reason you don't hear about these cars often is because nothing dramatic happens. There's no viral moment, no sudden breakdown, no heroic repair. They just keep showing up, quietly, year after year. As you start to recognize which Toyotas reach 400,000 miles without major repairs, it becomes clear that longevity isn't mysterious. It's the result of conservative engineering paired with owners who resist interference. And once you see that pattern, the next realization becomes unavoidable. Many of the services pushed as essential would actually prevent these vehicles from ever reaching those mileages in the first place. Because the Toyotas that last the longest aren't maintained aggressively, something important becomes clear. Longevity at that level is not an accident, and it's not luck. It's the result of a very specific relationship between the vehicle and the owner, and once you understand that relationship, these high-mileage stories stop sounding unbelievable. One of the most consistent patterns I see with 400,000-mile Toyotas is what owners did not do. They didn't chase every new maintenance trend. They didn't approve services just because a screen recommended them. They didn't reset systems that were working perfectly fine. They trusted stability over intervention. Take the 2000 to 2004 Toyota Tundra with the naturally aspirated V8. These trucks are still hauling, towing, and working daily in places most people never see online. I've spoken to owners who passed 400,000 miles with nothing more than routine oil changes, occasional suspension work, and one water pump replacement. No engine rebuilds. No transmission replacements. Just steady use and basic care. The trucks weren't treated gently, but they were treated consistently. These cars don't get attention anymore, but they should. I've seen them used as long-distance commuter vehicles for decades, quietly stacking mileage because nothing about them demanded constant attention. The engines were smooth, the transmissions predictable, and the maintenance needs simple. Owners weren't tempted to experiment because there wasn't much to sell them in the first place. One owner told me his Camry passed 400,000 miles, and the most expensive repair he ever paid for was a radiator replacement. When I asked what he did differently, he laughed and said, "I stopped letting people convince me my car was about to die." That mindset alone saved him thousands and added years to the car's life. Another factor that separates these high-mileage Toyotas from the rest is how problems were handled when they actually appeared. Owners didn't ignore warning signs, but they also didn't overreact. A small oil seep stayed a small oil seep until it actually mattered. A noise was monitored instead of immediately chased. Wear was measured instead of assumed. This approach keeps systems from being disturbed prematurely. Toyota engines and drivetrains are remarkably tolerant when left alone. They are far less tolerant of repeated, unnecessary intervention. They don't rely on service menus or generic advice. They rely on patterns. They notice what actually fails and what doesn't. They listen to experienced mechanics who see vehicles long-term, not advisors whose job is to sell today's visit. That's why many of these Toyotas never see a dealership again after the warranty period. Not because dealerships are always wrong, but because the incentive structure doesn't reward restraint. Independent shops and self-maintenance tend to align better with long-term thinking, which is exactly what these vehicles need. Before wrapping this up, if you're someone who values keeping a vehicle long past what most people consider normal, hit the like button. Subscribe if you believe longevity comes from patience, not pressure. And if you personally know a Toyota that's crossed 400,000 miles, share the model year and engine in the comments. Those real-world examples help other owners make smarter choices. The biggest takeaway from all of this is simple. The Toyota model years that quietly reach 400,000 miles aren't special because of one magic part or secret maintenance trick. They last because nothing unnecessary was done to them. No panic. Just conservative engineering paired with owners who respected how the vehicle was designed to age. Once you understand that, you stop asking how these Toyotas last so long and start asking a better question. What am I being told to do right now that could actually shorten my car's life? And that question alone is often what separates a Toyota that becomes a financial burden from one that just keeps going, year after year, mile after mile, long after most people think it should be done.